Back in the days, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. That was back in 1863. Well, one sad thing happened at that time was the slave owners did not tell their slaves that they were free. So they remained slaves until they finally got the good news. Would you believe the same thing happens at our churches? You see, you've been set free by Christ 2,000 years ago. You will be set free. You'll be set free indeed. But for some reason, you haven't got the memo. You know, we go to church all the time, and many churches are great. Others are fearful of losing their members. So they're afraid to say something like, you know what, you're free. Christ has set you free. You don't need to come to church. You just been set free. That's not good for business. So they have to put on stipulations. Come to church, bring people to church, keep reading, keep praying, keep doing all these things, which are good things to do. I'm not saying they're bad, but it's not what keeps you free. Christ sets you free. And when you're free indeed. Sin has no power over you. It shouldn't have to hold you down and make you a slave again. Because you've been set free by Christ. Okay? So you need to be told the good news, the gospel, the message that you have been completely set free. We say, grace is unmerited favor. Something that we should not earn because we not deserve it. You're right. But we somehow want to work to get grace. Grace is free. It's a free gift for you. That's it. It's free. There's nothing you have to do to earn it. So we somehow, at church, we hear it. Oh, grace is free. It's a free gift from God. We repeat it. When you think about what that means, it really means it's free. You can stay home and do nothing, and you still got grace. See, God's not going to take it away from you and give it back. It's not conditional. See, and that's another thing we hear. God's love is unconditional. But then the church institutional system puts condition on his love. If you do this, God's going to turn his back on you. If you do that, God's going to spew you out his mouth. They love that one verse in the book of Revelation, don't they? You're neither hot nor cold, but you're lukewarm. Grace is free. There is no condition tied to it. You've been set free. Don't be like those slaves who didn't hear that message after Abraham Lincoln signed the document saying you're free. They remain slaves. So many of us Christians think we're free, but we're still in bondage. And this is worse because you don't realize you're in bondage. You don't realize that you're following a law, man-made traditions and rules and regulations. You've been set free. You should be living in God's grace. Okay, now I'm not saying go do whatever you want, live your life all crazy. No. But you shouldn't even be thinking that. If I say you can go and do whatever you want, if you're thinking, well, I'm gonna go do this and kill and do whatever, then you're going to church for the wrong reasons. You're going to church to like a behavior modification purposes. If you go to church, it's like you're behaving. Okay? God is not in the business of behavior modification. You've been set free through Christ. I pray that you receive that grace and you understand what that truly means. That there is no condition to it and that Christ has done it already. Don't ever forget that what Jesus Christ did is enough.